I'm Peter Stanley, I'm the General Manager for the Aldenbourne Trust. The Aldenbourne Trust is a charity supporting adults with learning difficulties. Here at the Aldenbourne Country Centre, we're supporting people to gain the skills to move into voluntary and paid employment. Okay, welcome to the Aldenbourne Trust. This is the cafe at the Aldenbourne Trust. We've got a range of conference facilities here, and we can provide catering and conference facilities for local businesses and organisations. Increasingly, we have social enterprises now as our business model. For example, we have a retail shop, we have an antique furniture restoration department. So an experienced furniture restorer works with people with learning difficulties to deliver commissions for individuals. I've been a member of one of the local Profitnet groups for the last year. I've found it quite a fascinating experience. It's very unusual that you can get together with a group of experienced business colleagues and share ideas in a supportive and confidential manner. It's a good way of just testing ideas and getting some genuine feedback. One of our newer social enterprises is our wood recycling project. Here's some of the timber that's been reclaimed from building sites. Without this project, all of this timber would have gone into landfill, but it's now available for sale to members of the public, local trades, and we're also using this to make items for sale through our workshops. It's run as a social enterprise. It's providing training and employment opportunities for people with learning difficulties, and it's one of the key projects at the Country Centre at the moment. One of the things that's probably come through most strongly for me is an appreciation of how similar businesses are. All businesses need to have a sound financial basis. They need customers, they need to market, they need to have staff, they need to undertake training, and they need to be planning the business. And I think Profitnet has provided opportunities to explore those ideas in a supportive environment, and I've certainly found it useful.
This Profitnet member is very dedicated. She has excellent attendance and she takes the process very seriously.
There are only one of two people in the group who've not missed a meeting.
And she's very giving of her experience without wanting payment or anything. She's very generous.
Well, she has a lot of expertise that other members would like to have, so she freely shares that with them. So much so that she's even run a creativity workshop for her own group on her specialist subject, and she has run the same creativity workshop for other groups within Profitnet, so she shared her expertise right across the Profitnet family.
People value her input and her contribution.
It's her personality that is important, and it's difficult to sum up, but she's always been a very impressive person.
And she even brought a new member to our group.
She introduced me to Profitnet.
And in fact brought him to a number of meetings.
She does help me with my journey, yes. She takes me there in her car. I think she wants to make sure I get there.
She's very generous with her advice and input to other people, and will always talk to people outside of the meeting and identify ways in which she can support them.
She's helped me by example and by inspiration. Well, I've always been a quiet fan of hers, actually.
She's just an all-round good egg.
This Profitnet hero, I think, is a fantastic advocate for Profitnet. He has been committed, he's attended all the meetings, he's gone the extra mile for the members, he's implemented the actions that people have given to him and fed back. And I just think his approach is brilliant. He's very friendly, very honest, very down to earth and very genuine, and I think his fellow members have appreciated him being within their group.
He's always picking points out of people's questions and answering those and coming up. Even in the breaks, I've seen him pick up points with people that have had a problem that perhaps couldn't be discussed so openly in the big group format.
He is extremely committed. It's very rare for this person to miss a meeting. I think the only occasions that he has done so have been for his honeymoon and also I think for his wife's birthday where he promised to take her away for a weekend. So I think it's fair enough to say that in terms of his life, his marriage comes first and then Profitnet.
He is not frightened of exposing his vulnerable side, which actually benefits the group and opens up discussions with all the other people are much braver because he has told it like it is. Other people feel that they're able to do that too. It's a safe environment.
Yes, he's really embraced the whole Profitnet process, I would say, and really understands how it works and how it can benefit his business, and his business has grown and moved forward because of it.
My name's David Downard and the business is called Mountain Range Restaurants. I've got a group of friends and we always go skiing and we always love the atmosphere that we found out in the mountains and some of the food offerings that were out there. And we look for opportunities to set up restaurant bars where people could come and enjoy the same hospitality as we found out in the mountains. So bring a little bit of mountain hospitality back to England. So we opened a new site in West Wickham in the Kent area in the last year, so that was really exciting, and we've got 2 potential sites to open in this year, so it'll be another busy year for us. Morning. Morning. It's almost half a shave this morning. This is Chris. Because we're not the cheapest out there in the market, definitely not. We don't want to be, but we want people to come in and feel the value. That's what people are looking for. They're not looking for cheap, they're looking for value, definitely. And I've been part of Profitnet for 3 years now. When you're in a corporate situation, you get a lot of opportunity to do training, to sit around in meetings and have conversations with people and to share problems, which you don't get when you're self-employed. This year I've been in Profitnet Plus, which has been even better because I have an opportunity to spend time with a consultant and focus on one part of your business. It is just like a brainstorming session. So you get, if you take any problem there, rather than getting just your viewpoint on it, you are getting 12 or 14 or however many people in your group's input. Once you start trying to solve other people's problems, you actually get a much clearer vision on your own as well. For me, that's one of the most important aspects. This is the hot rock oven here. So these are hot granite blocks. And then these are like 450 degrees. You put all meats and fish and cook them on there. So it's specifically not set up as a networking group, but it is quite staggering how much business has been done just within our group. Because you grow very confident with people. And business is all about relationships. I hope it's not sounding too serious because we have absolutely the best time. We meet for 4 hours once a month, and it's just like a breath of fresh air, to be honest.
For this category winner, what we were really looking at, the criteria were a commitment to the process and obviously nice regular attendance, which always shows enthusiasm for taking part. But as well as that, we were looking for a certain dynamism and energy that members bring to the group. And something that's very specific with this group is the actual very high levels of mutual support that they will show each other, not only in the group, but outside and in between during each meeting.
What is also present within the group is people with different levels of experience. And what has emerged from that is they will share their experience, and there's been examples where more experienced businesses have mentored the more junior businesses and supported them in their growth.
There are numerous examples of how this particular group have helped each other. In fact, when we mapped who had worked with who, we had a huge spider diagram that showed how dynamic all the interactions had been.
And the other thing about this group is they have a great sense of humour. that is something, energy as well is the other thing that they have.
And it's particularly notable that a number of members have actually flourished this year, even though, or perhaps despite, the economic climate, and have very kindly acknowledged that a lot of that's been down to the support they've had from their co-members.
They're energetic, they're passionate, they're enthusiastic and committed, and they're very good at supporting each other.
I think a great example of the dynamism and the character of this group is our very last meeting that we had in December, when Rachel and I arrived to set the room up as usual in advance and get everything ready, but actually found ourselves banned from the room. When we did go in, we had a beautiful Christmas set up there, glasses, fake snow and champagne, which was very nice. And the group proceeded to ban us from speaking, ran the meeting themselves and covered all the action points in perfect time. So we thought we trained them quite well.